Hi everyone, welcome back to the Wow Embossing YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at some different ways of using embossing ink on your projects. So I'm going to be die cutting this birthday cake from Spellbinders. I'll pop the link below for all of the supplies that I used today. And I've pulled out some different shades, kind of pastel colours of cardstock. Most of these are from Concord and Ninth, with a couple of others from my stash. Again, I'll pop all the details below. And I am just die cutting each of the birthday cake pieces with my die cutting machine. The one that I use is a Spellbinders Platinum 6. And I won't bore you with going through all the die cutting because this did take me ages, but suffice it to say that I used several shades of my cardstock and I just cut out all of the little bits. So I had various bits in all of the different colours. And now that I've got them all die cut out, I'm just laying them out on my desk and trying to figure out which colour combinations that I want to use. So I'm just gluing together one of these macarons, and these dies are quite cool because they have kind of etched lines in them to show how the different parts line up together. So it's fairly foolproof in terms of putting them together. So I'm just using some of my kind of pale green and chocolate colours to create one of the macarons, and then I'm going to do the same with all the other macarons as well. So I have die cut this frosting from my warm mushroom cardstock, and I'm just popping this on to the bottom. As you can see, I wasn't sure whether to go with the chocolate or the strawberry frosting, so I've cut out both. And I've actually decided just to alternate the colours on the bottom here. So I'm going one brown, one pink. So I'm just going to glue all of those in place. And I'm doing a very similar thing with the bunting. I've die cut all of the little bunting pieces in my different colours, and I'm just alternating them along the string of bunting here. So I've got my pale pink, my green, my darker pink and my brown. So I'm just going to do that for the rest of the bunting as well. Okay, so now we've got all of the basics of the die cutting and sticking the bits together. We're going to add some interest to the project with some sparkle and some texture. And the way I'm going to do that is by adding some embossing ink to various parts of my project, and then adding some embossing glitters, some sparkles and a bit of shine as well. So the first thing that I want to do is make sure that my embossing ink pad is nice and juicy. So I have recorded this in real time to show you how quick and easy it is. So I've just used my rollerball tool, and all you do is literally roll that over the surface of your embossing ink pad. I go in small circles all over and then just from side to side, and that is it. Really, really simple, and that ink pad is nice and juicy now. So I have just pressed my chocolate frosting directly into the ink pad, and I'm covering it with clear gloss. So I'm just going to heat set this now from behind, and you'll see that the matte texture of the cardstock will turn into this really lovely shiny glossy effect. So you can still see the same colour underneath it, but you've got that really lovely glossy ganache type effect that I was going for. And I'm just going to repeat the same process with the drips of chocolate. That's what these little things that look like sticks are. So I've just pressed them directly into the ink pad. I'm covering them with my clear gloss pad again, and then I'm just heat setting them to get that lovely glossy finish. So the next thing I'm going to show you is my Wow Embossing Pen. I love this. This is such a handy way of adding heat embossing to your projects. If you've got small spaces or little awkward spaces that it's hard to kind of apply your embossing pad to directly, the embossing pen has the same ink that the ink pad has, but just in a pen format. So I'm literally just scribbling that over each of the little sections of the bunting, and then I'm going to add some frosted glass powder onto the top of this. So this is a clear powder, but it's just got a load of shimmer in it. So again, we'll keep the same colours from underneath, so we've still got those lovely cardstock colours, but when you heat set it, it becomes a lovely shimmery, glittery version of what was there before. And I've heat set this from the back because there is so much glitter in this powder that I don't want the glitter to fly off when I add the heat tool to it. But we are trying to heat set through 2 layers of cardstock. So once it has started to melt a little bit and I know the glitter's not going anywhere, I'm heat setting it from the front as well, just to make sure that's all properly melted. And then to add one final bit of shimmer and texture to my project, I've pulled out a couple of colours of my embossing sparkles. So I'm going to use the mixed media brush this time, which basically looks like a little nail polish bottle, but it contains embossing ink. And again, the same ink that's in the pad, that's in the pen, and that's in the roller ball. So I'm using the little brush just to add a few dabs of that embossing ink onto the top of my macarons. And one of the great things about this mixed media style brush is that you can add a nice thick application of the ink onto your project. And that is great for when you've got really chunky embossing powders or glitters like this, because it really grabs hold of those pieces. It really does give you that extra bit of stick. So I've just poured over my first colour of sparkles onto this macaron, which is sparkling sugar. And then for my pink macarons, I'm adding cotton candy. And where there's any glitter which is stuck where I don't want it, I'm just using a clean dry paintbrush, just to brush that away. So now that my macarons have been blinged up, I can just assemble the final card. So I've got my lovely glossy ganache, which we've added the clear gloss to. So I'm just sticking that to the top of the cake. And then I am going to add in all of these little drips of chocolate as well. So I'm lining them up, just getting them to the right length, and I'm going to stick those down with liquid glue. Next, I've die cut a load of, I guess these are like little mini meringues. Again, I'm adding them with liquid glue to the top of my project, and I have a front row and a back row of them as well, just to give a little bit of dimension and texture, just to make it a little bit more interesting. So once they are all glued down, I'm going to come in and add my bunting. So I've flipped my card over and I'm just sticking the bunting to the reverse of the card. And then, as you'll see, I've got those little macarons there next to my card, which I have added some foam squares to the back of. And then I'm just arranging those all over the top of my cake. And then I'm going to put one down here at the bottom as well. And now we just need to make our card base. So I have folded a piece of the cream card in the same colour as the cake. And I'm just lining up my cake die along the top. Now you'll notice that it is sticking up above the fold a little bit, and that's because we don't want to cut that fold. We want the fold to stay in place. So I'm just running that through my die cutting machine, as you can see, with the die sticking up a little bit above the fold, and that is going to create a nice shaped card base for us, which matches the shape of the cake. So I am just running some tape runner along the edges of the card base that we've just created. And then I am just going to add this to the reverse of our birthday cake. So that about finishes up our card for today. I hope that was helpful in showing you some of the different ways that you can use embossing ink on your projects and some of the different formats that the embossing ink comes in. I will link everything down below. You can use my discount code for 10% off your order. That is an affiliate code at no additional cost to you. Of course, you get that 10% off when you use it, but it does mean that I will earn a few pennies from your purchase. So thank you so much for always supporting me. I'm super, super grateful for you being here and spending some time with me today. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.